Hello and welcome into another day of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. Your new episode for all of the best Sun Devils coverage on the marketplace. Uh, Once again, my name is Kevin Hickson. I'm your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI. And I'm so grateful to be joining you on this Friday morning. We are roughly 1 hour away from Arizona State Pro Day, really officially uh, kicking into the full swing of things, I might say. There are 20 Sun Devils that are participating today, which is more than I even anticipated. We're going to have Jordan Tyson, Keith Abney, Shimon Mateer, Justin Watley, Jordan Crook, Jacob Rich-Kangaika, Kyle Scott, Ben Coleman, Jesus Gomez, Jeff Sims, Malik McClain, Prince Dorba, um, Maxi Hinachor is going to be there. There's so many Sun Devils that are trying to live out their professional dream today, and it's going to be an absolute treat to watch them one last time, to maybe talk to some of them one last time, and to see where this journey that is football takes them eventually. So that will be a very exciting time in just a short while, and I'm very enthused to cover it. My first pro day. So that leads me into discussing the major topic of today's show, which is going to be about my impressions from Thursday's practice and what my major takeaway is. So practice started about 9:30 and finished about 11:15, if I am if I am remembering time correctly, my bad. Um, my main takeaway was this was not, or one of my main takeaways was this was not Cutter Bully's day. The Kentucky transfer is presumed to be the starting quarterback for Arizona State once the season begins on September 5th. But he has flashed moments of brilliance, and Kenny Dillingham and Marcus Arroyo have both said that the traits that you see on film really come to life when you're actually coaching him. But he missed on several deep shots. I remember one in particular that I was like, dang, like that would have been a dynamite connection. He once again took a lot of risks into coverage, trying to force passes into tight windows that he was fortunate didn't get picked off. On the contrary, Mikey Keene, this was the best practice that he's had thus far as a Sun Devil. Really, no complaints from my end on his performance because before this, the main things I could tell were, wow, this guy is accurate. This guy is in command, but he hasn't made too many wow plays, if that's what you want to put it as. On Thursday, he made the best throw of the day, throwing a 50-yard dime to Omarion Miller down the field. I believe he also connected with Reed Harris on a deep shot. And the rapport that a quarterback has with his star receivers is very, very important. And Mikey Keene might be getting that connection built quicker. Um, Obviously, you can't take away too much from one single day of practice, but all the quarterbacks had great moments. All the quarterbacks had one or two plays that you might call questionable, but Jake Fetty performed really well as well. Um, yeah, quarterback battle is still going strong. The other thing that I really wanted to talk about is David Abbott and the running back room as a whole. So this might be Sean Aguano's most talented running back room from top to bottom. There are six guys in this room that really could make a case to receive substantial playing time in 2026, including freshman Carde Mack, who has just done nothing but impress Arizona State coaches since he's joined the program in December. Um, I mean, all you need to know is that he played quarterback in high school and now he's switching to running back. When you have an athlete that's that dynamic, such as a Uriah Nellums even, uh, that's probably a good sign that they are a supreme athlete and a supreme mind. And that's exactly what Carde Mack is. And he's going to factor in. But David Avitt got challenged by Coach Dillingham the other day after practice, and he came back with a vengeance on Thursday. He was running violent, almost Cam Scadaboo-esque. He was blocking. He just really impressive performance from David Abbott, and same with Kyson Brown. He was making incredible inroads as a pass catcher. Um, Kyson Brown right now, I think, is still the front runner to be the starting running back. But this room is so talented that I really don't know which way it's going to go in fall. Uh, all these guys have flashed excellence so far. And that really leads me into my last point of today's show, that Arizona State really, really, really ramped up the physicality on Thursday. If you heard what Coach Dillingham said after Tuesday's practice, he really gave a mixed review of how it went down. He wasn't too pleased with the consistency that they showed from a physicality standpoint, from an effort standpoint. They came back with a vengeance on Thursday. Ashton Stamps has been consistently physical, very, very impressive performer so far. The defense really worked on being more connected, I guess, and not shying away from contact. I watched Deron Reynolds work with the defensive line, which obviously, since CJ Fight's not participating in practices right now, uh, pretty much a completely new group, especially with Clayton Smith mostly working with the offense to this point. So it's been really fascinating to watch how all of these position groups are gelling together, since the roster looks quite a bit different compared to last season. And it was a joy to watch a spirited Arizona State practice again. They were spirited last week. I'm not saying that, but they were, as Coach Dillingham said, just in shorts and a t-shirt. Now they're ramping it up, and it was great to see the intensity kick back up from 50 to 90 on Thursday. Now the Sun Devils return to practice on Saturday evening. It's going to be the first open practice of spring, um, and it's going to be fun. I believe there's 10 more practice sessions after this. They will be spread across next week, the week after, and the week after. I believe there will be 3 sessions for the next 3 weeks, and then there's one more at the end of spring, like mid to late April. So until then, I'll stay tuned with Arizona State on SI for the most expansive coverage of Arizona State spring practices and what every coach, player, and everything in between has to say about practices, the team, everything else to ASU on SI. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the Sun Devils Insider Podcast, and I will see you with another episode tomorrow. Thank you so much.